And we're back with the news. Sorry, folks, all that talk about vampires makes my neck itch. The latest news of the day. Werewolf sightings are being reported all across the city. We have 15 reports now, and even a few reports of 2 or 3 werewolves traveling in packs. Just last night, a Mr. Babblefish reported 5 hamburgers and 2 steaks missing from his backyard grill. He believes a werewolf is responsible.
I had all those hamburgers going, and I turned around and I saw a flash of fur, and suddenly they were all gone. I know it was those rascally werewolves. I just know it.
In other reports, an elderly woman claimed 2 werewolves carried off her best fur coat. The animal shelter is blaming werewolves for the disappearance of 13 aging cats, and a young boy saw what looked like a werewolf climbing out his window carrying the boy's pet iguana. The boy said the iguana seemed to be waving goodbye and was not struggling. In the Furry Grove neighborhood, a group of citizens has announced it's forming a neighborhood werewolf watch. One resident, Wanda Woolworth, described their mission.
We just won't have these woolly werewolves walking wherever they want. We gotta lay down the law. Lay down the law. If the cops won't do it, we'll protect our families in any way we gotta.
By the way, Wanda is no relation to Mr. Babblefish. Local authorities have promised to do their best, but said they have little experience with werewolves. They warned residents today to follow the advice of the experts. If you see a werewolf, run away. And that's the news for this hour. You're listening to WOOO on Halloween evening.
The night is dark. The wind howls at your window. What is that spooky sound? Don't be needlessly afraid of the dark. Run down those stairs to your fridge and grab a bottle of Fearless Fred's Foaming Fizzgulp. Fearless Fred's is the only drink guaranteed to make you fearless in the face of any monster, great or small. Never again will you have to lie awake, desperately wondering what's waiting under your bed, what's in your closet, what's climbing your rose trellis, and opening your window to attack you. Just pop a top off a Fearless Fred's and guzzle your way to courage. Great for children at bedtime. Warning, this product can be dangerous to your health and safety. It's always wise to run away from monsters with sharp teeth or claws. Available in cherry, ginger, or lemon lime. Welcome back, listeners. We're here with some exciting news that I know will have you glued to your seats. An anonymous caller is on the line with more information about the legend of the werewolves. Let's go to that caller now. Hello?
Hello. Yes, I'm here.
Hello, Mr.
Just call me Fuzzy.
Okay, Fuzzy. What can you tell us about the legend? Madge, knock off the sound effects.
Whatever you say, boss.
So I found out, and I can't tell you how, so don't ask me, that many years ago, on the last time Halloween fell on a full moon, a baby werewolf was born in this very city.
A baby werewolf? How cute.
Cute. Ha! Those things will rip your throat out. Or your teddy bears, anyway. Trust me, you should see them when they have a dirty diaper.
Oh, I see.
So, soon after this baby werewolf was born, his parents somehow died, and the baby was adopted by a normal human family.
But didn't they know he was a werewolf?
Not a clue. The kid blended into society and must have done it pretty well because the werewolves lost track of him.
It was a boy?
That's what they say. So I think this baby werewolf, who's no baby anymore, mind you, is very special to the other werewolves. You know, because he has special full moon powers.
Of course! He must be the most terrifying, powerful werewolf of all.
But he's also good at hiding his real identity. Nobody knows who or where he is.
But, Fuzzy, how do you know all this?
I can't tell you that.
Was it, by any chance, your family that adopted this baby?
Hey, stop it. I gotta go.
Hello? Hello? Well, Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The latest clue to the legend of the werewolves. What will they find out next? Will the secret ever be revealed? Will the werewolves ever find their long-lost brother? Or will they wreak havoc on the city in their desperate search? We'll do our best to keep you updated on the latest in this gripping case. I'm Orson Gould, and this is WOOO.
If you ask me, I think Mr. Gould is just trying to scare us all. Who knows? Maybe there is no such thing as werewolves in the first place. Maybe we just have a pack of wild dogs loose. All this terror and for nothing.
Clarence, you're on the air.
Of course I am. And welcome, listeners. It's time for another panel discussion with some of our favorite characters of all time. I have with me here today the Wicked Witch of the West.
Charmed, I'm sure.
And the Big Bad Wolf, Mr. Wolf. All this talk about werewolves today must be exciting for you hearing about your own kind.
My what? Did you just call me a werewolf?
I'm sorry, Mr. Wolf. I had no idea.
I'm not a stinky half-wolf.
No, of course not.
Sit down, Wolf. He ain't worth it.
No, I'm not. I mean, well, can I keep talking?
Yeah, get on with it.
Welcome to you both. It's a delight to have you on the show. Today, we're going to talk about a subject that you both must deal with every day: discrimination. Our own Orson Gould, in his constant interactions with ghosts and monsters of all kinds, firmly believes that people who are seen as ugly, evil, or mean are unfairly treated every day. Mr. Wolf, and by the way, that's a lovely tie you have on.
I made it out of Little Red Riding Hood's cape.
I see. Mr. Wolf, what do you think? Do you feel discriminated against?
Oh, you have no idea. That whole story about the little girl and the grandma, I was wronged, I tell you. Everyone believed their version of the story, of course, those jackals. And now I can't go anywhere in public without having to eat at least 3 or 4 people just to stop them from screaming. And now I'm getting fat. How did I get to be so unloved? Is that fair treatment?
Oh, here. Have a tissue. I'm sure it must be hard for you.
Give me a break. I've heard all the sob stories from monsters like you. Why don't you buck up and be yourself?
What do you mean?
There's nothing wrong with being a little nasty and cruel. There's nothing wrong with eating people. That's the problem. All the monsters are trying to go up against their true nature. It's shameful, I tell ya.
That's a very interesting theory, Miss Witch. West Witch. So you think that monsters are just misunderstood?
Hey, I don't want to be understood. I like being a witch. It's all these wimpy heroes and little girls that bug me. Like that Dorothy. She wasn't as sweet as everyone thought she was. She could have been a witch herself if she just put her mind to it. But instead, she acts like a little angel flitting down the yellow brick road, and suddenly she's making all kinds of trouble for us witches.
Oh, yeah, and that little Red Riding Hood girl was like that. Going to see my grandma. She didn't even like her grandma.
So did you really eat her in one gulp? Or did you chew her up slow like?
Oh, I like to hang 'em by their toes for a while first, and then eat 'em slow.